gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law.
Wake up! That's right, Vape AM, brought to you by vapers1.com. I'm your host, Anthony Ramella. All right, guys, another day, another dollar, another day of getting it done here in the vape world. You know, it just seems like every day there's always some new news thing I got to talk to you guys about because I want to keep you informed. Like I always say, I want to be just that pebble dropping in the pond. Not going to keep you very long every morning. I just want to give you a little bit of information so you can kind of get that discussion rolling. Do a little research on your own. Everything that I say here is obviously my opinion, but I want to get this information out to you because there's just so much bad information out there about when it comes to vaping. So stick with me and we'll continue on to give you some great knowledge when it comes to vaping. All right, so this morning, normally we do like a history and birthday and stuff like that. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Here at Vapers, we have 6 store locations and a website, and we have a lot of wonderful people that work for us. But I'm going to single out a particular individual because I really want to make him our employee of the month for the month of May. James is a gentleman that works at our Oregon location, and I got to be honest, this is one of our best employees. This guy, he is always happy, he's always organized, he's always up to speed on all these products, and there's nothing more that he likes to do than help customers make the switch from smoking to vaping. He handles hundreds of customers every month. I mean hundreds. He's always near the top of customers helped, and he always gets great reviews from our customers through Google and things like that. He has a real passion for vaping, and I think that's one of the things that really sets him apart. This isn't a super high-paying job, folks. We do this really a lot of times out of the goodness of our heart because we know this is a healthier way to live, all right? Now, one of the things that I want to let you know about him is that he actually is not been here very, very long. I mean, he's probably been with us about a year, but he really stands out as somebody that's doing a fantastic job for us. And I just wanted to take a moment and appreciate one of our best employees. James, thank you so much for everything that you do for us. I couldn't do what I do without you. All right, so let's move on to a couple other things. Let's see, I know we've got some Wake and Vape news in here somewhere. So this morning it looks like we're going to do some Wake and Vape news. One of the things I want to mention too is that a lot of these shows are concentrated, especially some of the other, vape vlogs and things like that, really concentrate around drippers and mechanical mods and things like that. I want you guys to know out there that you don't have to use one of those types of devices to quit smoking. There are lots and lots of other devices, and I think one of the things, especially is, when we get into these types of reviewers and even myself, we start to lose sight of that beginning user, and I want to make sure that I don't do that. I am not a fan of drippers. I think it's a lot of work to put something like that together and to continually deal with it. I prefer a tank. I really do prefer a tank. If you're a person that just wants something simple that you can, plug a pod into and rip on that, that is totally fine as well. I'm going to focus a lot of my time talking about tanks and pod systems and things like that. If you're interested in drippers and mech mods, there are plenty of other shows out there that do a wonderful job of getting that information out. I just don't want to forget about you guys who are just starting out, that just want to make that switch, something that's easy, something that you're used to as far as just being able to draw on something. We do have those products available over at vapers1.com. Please go over and check them out, or stop in one of the stores. We'll happily kind of walk you through. That's one of the nice things about the locations is a lot of times they have these little pod systems available for you to test. They got little covers that go over them so you can actually try the draw on it and see if it's something that's going to work for you. So just a little tidbit in there for you, but I want you to stop smoking, and that's kind of our biggest goal here. All right, so let's get on to some Wake and Vape news. Today we're going to talk about the Vermont online sales ban. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about what this actually entails, so I'm going to try and go through it with you guys a little bit, and hopefully I get all the facts straight. If I don't, I'm sure someone will let me know. But the bill is HB 26, passed the House of Representatives by a margin of 30-0. There was not a single person in the state of Vermont as far as the House of Representatives is concerned, that voted against this. And I found that really strange. Like, everyone there is just totally on board with banning online sales. I think that is it's the wrong thing to do, but I mean, obviously that's my opinion. The sad thing was, just 2 weeks later after it passed, it was signed into law. I mean, this moved incredibly fast. Now, it was signed into law by the governor, whose name is Phil Scott, and he's a Republican. So now we have Republicans that are actually restricting free trade. I mean, wow, that's just amazing to me to see someone from that party actually doing this. So, and I didn't really see, any other restrictions for other products that we know kill people. but we'll get on to that. All right. So my point with this is that I believe that this is not something that's going to stop here, and I believe that websites really do need to do a better job of age verification before this goes nationwide. One of the things that we do here at Vapers is we've negated the little, are you 21 thing to actually enter the site, because we know that that's really nothing, that's not going to stop anyone, and really there's just no point to it. If it's just something we're throwing on there because that's what they tell us we have to do, I want to stop underage vapers from getting a hold of these products. So what we do is anytime someone places an order, we actually contact that person. They have to show us identification that it's actually them, and that identification has to match the credit card that they're using to purchase the products with. Now we have, we've declined several times of sending things out because people were unwilling to give us that information. And if that means we sell less stuff on our website, that's fine, but at least we know we're doing everything we can to keep this stuff out of the hands of kids. So I like to kind of make that abundantly clear, and I would like to see other sites follow in our lead and do those kinds of things, same things, and I'm sure a lot of them probably do. All right, so online sales to Vermont is now illegal. So except if you are a vape store, you can buy from a wholesaler and have that stuff shipped directly to your vape shop. The problem is I can see is that those packages may also get held up just verifying that these actually are going to a vape shop. The other weird thing is that if they see a package that comes through that has like Element Vape on it, or My Vapor Store or something like that, they're actually going to hold those packages because the only person that's legally allowed to open those would be the postmaster. So this is going to cause some real issues in Vermont because there are a lot of rural areas that don't have access to vaping products, and I think it's just all a ploy to get people to go back to smoking cigarettes. And it really kind of infuriates me when I see things like this because it's not really a way that they're trying to control the underage vaping. Underage vapers are going to get this stuff if they want it, and banning online sales I really don't see is going to cause that much of an issue. They're just going to find another way. They're going to go across the border or something like that. Restrictions like this are really, really hard to enforce as well. And I don't like this kind of lawmaking because it just feels like making laws for the point of making a law, and it's really difficult to enforce them. And usually what happens is they just don't enforce them. So it's really not getting you anywhere. It's just wasting taxpayers' money going through this dog and pony show of being able to, show that we're trying to eliminate this thing when we're not actually doing that. So here's the other funny part is that shops can sell online. So shops in Vermont can actually sell online outside of their state, but they can't sell online inside of their state. I mean, there's all these goofy regulations that go along with this. I was concerned because there weren't any kind of restrictions or heavier duty penalties when it came to cigarettes. Because I know that there are still a lot of minors in Vermont as well as everywhere else in the United States that are using cigarettes. And as you know, here at Vape AM, that's always our biggest goal. Stop smoking or you're gonna die. We just don't want to see people using these combustible tobacco products. And when you make e-liquid and e-cigarette products much harder to obtain, especially for people that don't live close to somewhere where they can get these products like a vape shop, because places like Walmart, Rite Aid, Walgreens, they're all getting rid of these vape products. And usually in these rural towns, those are the kinds of stores that you see. Let's not kill people. Let's find them a way to have a safer alternative to these products, okay? And one last question for that particular one too is, where are the other nicotine replacement therapy products like the gums, the patches, the lozenges? Where are they being advertised? Where are they being sold? Is it going to be the same restrictions for them not being able to send stuff online? No, absolutely not, because they want to continue to promote big pharma, and that's exactly what happens in these situations. Is you're going to have access to the gums, the patches, and all of that. You can order that. You can go right to Walmart and buy it right off the bottom shelf. But when it comes to a safer alternative that actually works, because it's replacing this hand-to-mouth action that is actually what's been shown to help people to quit smoking, they want to eliminate that, and they want everybody to either go to these ridiculous, nicotine replacement products that I've seen studies that say that the gums and things are no more helpful than just going cold turkey, or going back to cigarettes, which is just a horrible alternative to what's been going on. So I'd just like to keep you guys informed of these things that are going on with these different states, because you need to know so that you can stand up when something like this starts coming to your state. You still should stand up for other states, but I want you to know about this stuff because this is just one state. And as we know, a lot of times these things start to filter to other states, and I want you to know what's going on. All right? Here at Vape AM, we want you to stop smoking, you're gonna die. Don't forget about the I Vape and I Vote. You can go over to vapersone.com, get a shirt, get a hoodie, get something that allows us to all stand together and show that we want this. You know, I am an adult and I like flavors. I am an adult and I like to vape. And I don't want to ever see this go away, or worst case scenario, going to the black market where I just have to take someone's word for how clean the facility is that they actually made this product in, okay? Let's do what we can to keep vaping legal. Let's do what we can to keep vaping moving in the right direction, all right? Have a great rest of the day, and tomorrow we're gonna get into something else, I'm sure. So stay tuned for another great episode tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Have a great day.